Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is Melissa Solis, and in today's video, I will be talking about moving in silence, but doing so in the right way. Now, I know everyone is familiar with this term, being that it is a very popular topic that is spoken about on the land of YouTube, but I decided to touch base on this topic because I feel that there are so many different varieties of ways people would consider to move in silence, but there is usually never a way to do so in a discreet manner and doing so correctly. So in today's video, I would like to touch base on a way that I consider is the correct way to move in silence, because although we are moving in silence, we must do so in a way that will produce the results that we are looking for. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. To get into the video, here are the reasons as to why you should be moving in silence. Number one, the more private you are, obviously, the less risk you'll run into. And what I mean by risk is running into those unfortunate naysayers, copycats, haters, and big mouths who genuinely do not want to see you win. Because unfortunately, in this day and age, people like that do exist. Whether they are a troll online, whether they are a frenemy, a close friend, or even a family member. Unfortunately, people who do not want to see you succeed do run in this world, unfortunately, and you do have a chance of running into one of those people. And if you are dealing with large amounts or small amounts of self-doubt, negative self-talk, and also just imposter syndrome, because I usually tend to deal with that as well, it's better to keep your goals to yourself, because if you do unfortunately run into these people, it'll stop you from achieving your goal. And that's something we do not want. So that's one reason as to why you should keep your movements to yourself. And like I said before, which is actually number two, some people genuinely don't want what's best for you. And sometimes even the people who do cheer you on and support you, they may try to sabotage the way that you are trying to access your goals and achieve them. For example, say if, you want to lose weight, and they support you, but they're continuously offering you food that you know you're not supposed to be eating, or things of that nature. Obviously, you do want to, indulge sometimes, but if it's in a way where it's almost like they know it's food you can't really say no to, but they continue to insist, that is a form of sabotage. And those are the people who probably, maybe subconsciously or consciously, don't realize what they're doing, and they aren't able to comprehend that you are trying to achieve a legitimate goal. And those are the people that you probably should not be letting in on your manifestations and goals. So people like that, you should probably keep your goals hidden from. And I don't know, sometimes people just work that way, So it's better to just keep the things that you have in mind to yourself, so you are less likely to run into people who are trying to sabotage you in ways that are discreet and ways that are pretty obvious. Number three, to be quite honest, it's literally no one's business. That is the ultimate reason as to why you should move in silence. It is no one's business as to what you're trying to achieve. It is no one's business in what you're trying to do with your life. And it is no one's business as to what you want in this life. And of course, we all, depending on our living situations, we may live with family, we may have, children we have to take care of and stuff. And obviously, sometimes we do owe an explanation to the people who are around us. But in the grand scheme of things, if we are being honest with ourselves, it is not a necessity to let people know the exact steps that we are taking to achieve the goals we have in mind. Because quite frankly, They'll see it when they see it. They'll see it when you achieve it. So that is my third and last reason as to why you should move in silence. Now, to get into the actual and literal steps as to how to move in silence in the right way, first, you should only let your core circle know what you are doing. Only let your core circle know what you are doing. And this sort of ties into the last and third reason as to why you should move in silence. Even though it's literally no one's business, sometimes you may need to let people know, like I said, the family you live with, the people that are closest to you. Sometimes they need to know your whereabouts. For example, like I mentioned, if you're trying to lose weight and you're waking up at like 4 a.m. to go to the gym, obviously someone needs to know where the hell you're going if you choose to wake up and, possibly wake up everyone else that is sleeping to get to your destination to reach your goal. So yes, you may let them know, hey, I'm going to the gym this morning, but you do not need to be like, hey, I'm losing 20 pounds. I'm going to be trying to doing this 5 days a week, and I need you guys to just support me. You don't need to get into all the details. Just say, hey, I'm going into the gym. I hope you do not hear that in the background. Oh, my lovely neighbors. Guys, excuse me if you are able to hear that extremely loud motor running in the background. Even when you wait till late at night to record, you still run into these loud and extreme distractions. But you know what? It's fine. We will push through. I am sure that the majority of you have heard a motorcycle before. So, like I was saying before, you don't tell them the exact goal you're trying to achieve. And if you want to let them know your goal, you can, but only your core circle. And by the core circle, I mean the people closest to you, the people you live with, the people you are constantly in communication with. Those are the only people you should be telling, especially if you want an accountability partner. I do know some people actually thrive when they have someone to keep them accountable. In that case, that's fine. You can let them know, but you don't need to make a post about it. You don't need to let all your acquaintances know. That is not necessary. For me personally, I prefer to keep my goals to myself because I don't like people knowing my business, to put it plainly. And I'm able to keep myself accountable in that way. And that's totally fine. It works for me. But I know for other people, in order to stick to what they have planned, they need someone who's going to keep it real with them. And if you are blessed in that manner to have someone who will remind you of your goals and who wants you to achieve them, that is amazing, and you should continue to do that. But don't let it get out of hand, in which you have a bunch of people knowing what you are doing and possibly allowing the people that I mentioned before, the naysayers, to get in the way of you achieving what you want to achieve. Number 2, do not speak negatively about your goals. Do not speak negatively about your goals. Words are spells, and if you continue to speak negatively about what you want to achieve, you will stop your progress. And what I mean by this is by allowing doubt to seep into your mind and constantly saying, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. I don't know how I'm going to do this today. I don't want to get up in the morning to go to the gym. I don't want to get up to study. I don't want to, stop the negative habits that I know I need to stop in order to achieve what I want to achieve. Those little thoughts in your mind. You cannot say them out loud, and you cannot let other people know, obviously, those negative thoughts saying, this is so hard. I don't know why I chose to do this. I just want to stop. I don't see the point in this anymore. Don't let that get in the way of your progress. Try your best to stop negative self-talk as soon as you see it happening. I think especially when we don't have support, we may run the risk of letting self-talk get in the way. And I've honestly been a victim of this. Sometimes it's really challenging when you see a goal you're trying to achieve, but it's so challenging because you have other bad habits you're trying to get rid of, and they just seem to have a hard time, dying, essentially. Sometimes it makes it difficult to achieve those goals But I'm here to tell you that you must try your hardest to not let those negative thoughts get in the way, which honestly ties into my last and third way and how to move in silence the correct way is to keep a reminder of your goals so you won't allow those negative thoughts to stop you. And a way you could do this is by writing affirmations on your mirror or keeping them next to your door when you leave, or putting your goals on your phone so you can see them, whether it be on your lock screen or just a note app that you can constantly remind yourself of what you're trying to do and reasons as to why you are doing that. It is vital and very important to consistently have a reminder as to why you are trying to achieve what you are trying to achieve. And for example, say you're trying to save money for an apartment and you are trying to stop yourself from, buying food, shopping consistently. Obviously, sometimes you do need to buy those things because you need them in order to live. But sometimes if you do have a hard time saving your money, it's important to keep that goal, maybe a picture of your dream apartment or house, just to remind yourself as to why you're trying to save that money. And hopefully in a time where you're sort of desperate to buy food, go out and eat food when you know you have food at home, or to go shopping when you know you have enough clothes to put on your back. Little things like that possibly can stop you from spending those extra $15, $20 and actually putting that into your savings so that you can save for that apartment/house that you want. It's those little things, those small reminders. If you consistently look at them and have them stop you from time to time, you'll be surprised at how much closer you'll get to your goals by actually seeing those reminders and letting yourself know, hey, I have a goal to achieve. I can't let these little desires that I have daily stop me from what I want in the long term. You can't allow your short-term desires to get in the way of your long-term desires, especially if you have big dreams and goals. Those little things will add up and they will stop you from manifesting the things that you want. So it's very important to keep those reminders close so that you won't fall into that trap. Well, there you have it, folks. The ways to move in silence, and to move in silence the correct way. I hope that you genuinely found this video extremely helpful, and I hope that you took notes as well, because moving in silence the correct way is extremely important, especially when you have big goals and big dreams that you are trying to achieve, like me. And these are one of the very first videos that I'm trying to do, and little self-help nuggets that I would like to show the world. And if you would like to continue hearing my voice and you would like to join the Soul Tribe, please hit that subscribe button at the bottom, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Love you. Have a good night, good day, whenever you are watching this video, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.